Hey everyone, it's Jen Foster here with the Elite Publishing Podcast. I'm excited today to interview Christopher Clark, who has just published a book with us called Rats in a Cage. And we're really excited to kind of deep dive into how he wrote the book, what the book's about, and a little bit about the publishing process. Welcome, Christopher.
Hey, how you doing? This is awesome. I love it.
Tell
This
us
is
a
awesome.
little bit about yourself.
Oh my God, there's how much time we got? Man, I struggled with alcohol and drug addiction most of my life since the age of 13. I'm out of prison so much. I didn't graduate from high school. I got my GED in prison. During my life, a lot of the bad choices that I made, I've been shot, I've been stabbed, I had my throat cut in a prison riot. All to say that my life was going nowhere. It was extremely nothing but a drug and alcohol fueled maniacal journey of destruction. That's how I lived my life. And all the choices that I made, it was always just loss and addiction. And so they used to call it a disease. It's also a choice, whatever you want to call it. It's a sickness. And God delivered me from that, but not without so much trauma and turmoil. Coming to find out that I had the choice to do. Nothing else is going to free me without having some type of psychic change. And that psychic change is what led up to this point for me to be able to write this book.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So when was the first time you thought, I want to write a book? I'm going to write a book about this.
In and out of prison, I would always write letters to my family, and they always say, man, and you're right. You sound so good in these letters, and you get out and you just do the same damn thing again. But they always said, you sound so incredible in these letters and so endearing and so sincere. But then so again, I always knew I could write really well to manipulate people when I wanted to get what I wanted. So I had a way with words, but I never had the dedication or determination or drive or inspiration to do anything other than to drown my misery in drugs and alcohol. So when I got sober, I had a dream. If you get to that part, I had a dream, a horrible nightmare. I was trapped in a room with all these drugs and I couldn't get out. I couldn't find a way out. And I woke up and something just told me to write. And this is after I had my neck. I received a traumatic brain injury in a car wreck. I had three broken vertebrae in my neck. And I had this inspiration just to start writing. So I just started writing. My wife didn't know, what are you doing? I'm at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm writing. I was handwriting. 5 days. I hand wrote 69,000 plus words, which was this book. Wow. And again, look, you can believe in God, not believe in God. This is the part where a lot of people will tune out. Some people that don't believe in God or against some type of religion, or whatever it is. I don't go to church much. I'm not really a Bible thumper, but whatever it was, I don't believe that it was me in and of myself that was able to put together this much creativity and imagination into a book format and have it to, I just don't think I can. I'd like to say, hey, I'm that awesome. I'm that creative. I have that much imagination and that's smart to do that, but I don't believe that. Look at my life. Look what I've done with my life, which was practically nothing up to this point. And all of a sudden I'm doing this. So again, I believe in the inspiration of God, whether anybody does or not. That's how I was able to do this. Some of my friends said, no, it was your brain injury. Now you're an idiot savant, whatever it is. Did this, not by myself. And it took about 2 years of editing myself because the editing costs a lot of money. If you pass it off to somebody. So I'd spent a lot of time in these little programs with commas and all this stuff that you have to make just right. And that's when I met y'all, and the rest is history. It's just an incredible journey. It's been an incredible journey of deliverance. And when I say deliverance, there's a prayer everybody knows called the Lord's Prayer. It always says, deliver us from evil. Change that. What I say is deliver me from myself. I have been delivered from myself because I was the one that was leading myself into this destructive lifestyle. Now I'm free from it. That's what this book's about, you can go from hopelessness. You can go from homelessness. You can go from wanting to die, wanting to just not thinking you're worth anything, into just changing with hope. But it has to be in something more than yourself, because anybody who thinks that they've ever had just flipped a switch, it just went from to something incredible and did it on their own, I think it's my opinion, they're delusional. I don't think that anything incredible like that, a lifestyle change, has to come from something, some power other than ours. That's how I was able to transform my life. To bring this book. That's what I want people to see, is find hope again from this book. There's hope. No matter where you're at in life, how low you've come, there's always hope. You find that hope. Be delivered from yourself.
And Rats in the Cage, we published not too long ago, a few weeks ago, hit international bestseller. And I feel like this book is really going to help a lot of people. I mean, it is a fiction book based on true events, but I think
it's up to you to figure out which parts are true.
Out there.
The people that know me, people that know me personally, my family, My friends that really know me all my life, they're like, well, yeah, I remember that. Oh my God, I remember that part. They've been like, damn, they read, some of them read it. Like, man, you actually put yourself out there like that? Yeah, of course. To show people I can
Yeah.
relate to it. Oh, you don't know my life. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I've almost been killed several times because of my choices. And somehow, some
Mhm.
way, I didn't know why I was still alive until I wrote
Yeah.
this book. And now I know that I've been given this platform to show people, no matter where you've been, there's always the only way to go is up with
Yeah.
a higher power. You get to where you want to be. If you don't give up, if you just have hope once again, you can get there.
Yeah. And whether it's whatever you believe in, God, a higher power, universe, you were inspired to get this book out there. And I think a lot of people will be inspired after they read it.
Absolutely.
And I think
Absolutely.
that switch is what's key. And tell us a little bit about your life now. So you're a fitness, you're really
Well,
big into
I don't want
fitness.
to name, I don't want to name where I work, but I am a
Right.
director of one of the major chains in the United States. And I went to these people with, I mean, if you live a lifestyle like that, you're not very honest. I went there straight up, man. I've been this drug addict, alcoholic, prison. They said, okay, let's see. It's never been nothing major other than drugs. And they did a background check. Say, okay, nothing you ever did is major. And as long as you got your stuff together now, we're going to give you a chance. And it's been, man, it's
Mhm.
been rock and roll ever since. I have such an incredible position where I'm at to be able to help people with all the knowledge I have about nutrition and fitness. I've
Mhm.
studied it my entire life. Even though I was a drug addict and alcoholic, I always worked out and always studied nutrition and knew about nutrition. And so that's why I'm
Mhm.
56 years old and I'm on no medication. All my family are dead, heart disease and diabetes. You
Wow.
can reverse all these conditions. Reverse it, you can prevent them. Most of these medical conditions that doctors don't tell you. So I love what I do today. I'm able to help people. And it's like giving back. It's incredible. And be able to get paid to do it. I love it. And so it's like just one more
Yeah.
thing to add,
That's good.
to what I've been doing. I love it. Again, I give all the credit, not to me, but to my higher power. Because again, on my own, left to my own devices, I can't do anything other than get myself into trouble. And that's what I've seen. That's why I think there are a lot of people that read self-help
Yeah.
books, all this stuff. Why would you go to a self-help book? Because our selves suck. You got to find something other than yourself to get you that inspiration, that encouragement, that motivation, and that drive. Again, once again, you had it when you were young, you were carefree and there was no consequences to anything you did. You could do what you want, dance around, take a nap for 30 minutes and have boundless energy. But you wake up and you're unhealthy, you're sick, and you're depressed, and you're resentful, and your life is miserable. Man, you've got to find something other than yourself to get you out of that and find out that, man, life is not as bad as we think it
Yeah.
is. There's always hope. That's what I've done. Again, with my higher
Yeah.
power, with my God, He's done that all for me. That's why I give all the credits. All the credits.
I love that. Well, what made you decide to go with a independent or boutique publisher and keep all the rights and royalties instead of going to a traditional route?
Well, I read the story called On Writing by Stephen King. I read that when I was in prison last time. I said, man, maybe I can write it. He just said, just write. That's what editing's for. Write it and edit it later. And then about how hard it is now for a no-name author to get published. Can't get an agent.
Yeah.
Can't do nothing. But to be able to get
Well, and it
on,
takes years and years before the book comes out. It takes a long time to get the book
right.
out.
To be able to get on the map, you got to start somewhere. So I was blessed enough to have a good job to write payments on this thing. It wasn't that much. And just make steady payments and get it and come for it to come to fruition and be educated from y'all on how to make this thing happen. All the different, I didn't know there's so many different working things to this project, and then the podcast, TikTok, Facebook, and social media, and all this advertising, all the things that are necessary. And then I just thought it'd be okay. I'd reach a few people, but to be an international bestseller, it's like I'm in a dream right now. But again, if I didn't have a God, I'd say this is impossible. It's unbelievable, but it is. Look at it. It's possible. It's possible to believe and have somebody behind you, which I have behind me, working behind me to do this yet with God and with y'all. Again, I wanted somebody local. So I talked to you. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, we're out of New Jersey. We're going to help you. That right there. I'm like, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you at. Where's your office? I can't see. I wanted somebody here locally that I know the name Melanie Johnson, the news media. I was like, oh, it was just more trustworthy to me to be able to have somebody here and to make this happen. So I had what you call it. I put out the feelers for it. Amazon called me. Some dude I couldn't even understand his accent. He was somewhere way on the other side of the world, telling me to send me my thing out. I don't know what's going to happen. They could steal it in another country. So I want nothing to do with that. So when I heard y'all were local, a name that I was familiar with. I was, wow, man, this is really going to happen. This is going to happen. I trusted y'all. So it's hard for me,
Yeah,
the life that I led, to trust anybody.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we could get the book to international bestseller for you. I know it's worldwide. People can buy it in Australia, UK, Canada, ebook and
That's incredible.
paperback, which is awesome. Worldwide distribution,
Every time
so
somebody
people
tells
can
you that,
get
it
it.
goes, I get goosebumps. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
It's
They can
incredible.
get it Barnes & Noble, Amazon, anywhere they want. Rats in a Cage. And let's talk a little bit about the subtitle, because most fiction books don't have a subtitle. And all the other fiction books we publish, the authors are like, no, I don't want a subtitle. It's just, that's the title. So I
I
explained to
thought I didn't want a subtitle.
Go ahead.
Told me to do something. You're the ones that
Christopher didn't want a subtitle. But
I
the
didn't know it was
reason why we
necessary.
did a subtitle was because Amazon is a search engine. So is Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
Everything online, when you're on Walmart.com, you're searching, right? If you're on Walmart.com or Target.com, you're searching for something, whether it's a book.
Everything's a keyword.
or
Everything's about a
bedspread.
keyword. Yeah.
Everything's a keyword. So with my background and Melanie's background in media and social media and SEO, right, search engine optimization, we wanted to
Right.
make sure we had a good subtitle. So yeah, I think we did a good job on the subtitle. How did
Because
you
the
feel
original
about
title-
that process of coming
The
up with
original
that?
title of the book, the original title of the book was the Black Box. The Black Box.
Right.
And that just one day, I don't know what it was. I was, I got me get my soapbox about nutrition. I'm really against pharmaceutical stuff. Everything's about, here's a drug, here's a drug. All my clients come in there, they're all, 1 in 3 people are pre-diabetic right now in the United States. We're the most diabetic, unhealthy people in the world. And every answer to everything's a drug, right? So we're all drug addicts, so to speak. You don't have to be on crack or drink whiskey every day to be an addict. You're on every medication, high blood pressure, statins, whatever you think of. It's unnecessary if you learn how to eat from the beginning. So I was thinking about that as I was talking. She was 350 pounds and told me they could do it on their own. And they're on all this medication and their whole life has led them to that point. How can you do it on your own when you've never been able to do it on your own? That's why I couldn't get sober on my own. We can't do a lot of things on our own, but people, like, I was delusional my whole life to think I could do anything on my own. So I'm like thinking of this person, they're on 4 different medications. Like, it just came to me. We're all rats in a freaking cage. And the people giving us drugs are all in charge of everything. And that's when the name came to me, because what this book, the book is about drugs and alcohol and experimentation by a doctor. And it's like just crazy. It all came to me at once. Rats in a cage. Rats in a cage. And so that's why I put it as Rats in a Cage.
Rats in a Cage.
Then Black Box of Misery. That Black Box of Misery came when you said suggested subtitle.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's kind of cool. So again, that's helped with the search. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have the Black Box of Misery, surviving addiction and trauma in a brutal social experiment. And it is a psychological thriller. It is an awesome fiction book. And I encourage everyone to go out and read it.
It's just, again, I tell you, we ask people, go on my Facebook, ask some of these people that know this. Every time I go out somewhere and I ain't seen somebody in years, I'll think, I thought you were dead. Didn't you get shot? How are you still alive? And they're like, how in the hell are you at where you're at? Again, I say the same thing. A lot of people, again, I turn them off when I tell them, like, God saved my life. Whatever. Or whatever. You can say what you want to say, but most people who know me thought I'd be dead before I was 30. So did I. Here I am, 56 years old. Pristine, no medication, health. It's unbelievable if you didn't believe in God. Again, so I have this platform. I believe, again, to give all the credit for everything in my life and all my success. It's not me.
Yeah.
Again, I was a loser my whole life until I just said, hey, man, please help me. Deliver me from myself. Get me off all this junk. I'm trying to kill myself every day. What is wrong with me? Boy, I had good family. I came from a good family. I had good parents. Father was my mother was, everything was just, shouldn't have been like this. But just my life that I led, just being whatever kind of anger, resentment, pain, whatever I thought that I had that it was worth to kill myself, wasn't worth it. God has other plans for every single person in this world. All you got to do is ask.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? What is your will? What do you want me to do? Well, what I think he wants me to do is to tell everybody how awesome he is and how he can deliver somebody like me who is going nowhere, trips to prison. What is that? Just for drugs.
Wow.
It's insane. And here I am, on top of the world because of him. So I'd be an idiot not to tell people I am who I am today through all that horrible experiences. It's because I've been delivered. Period.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. So now your book's only been out a couple of weeks or so, right? About a month. Tell people, because of your book, what has happened? What surprised you the most? What's happened because of my book, ...
People I haven't talked to in years that I didn't even know were following me on Facebook or paying attention from school that I don't even really remember, like coming out and going, hey, oh my God, this and that.
Mhm.
Or like, man, I heard you were dead and I saw you on Facebook. I didn't even know if that was your real profile. I'm like, wow, you wrote this book. Wow, that's holy cow. How did you, hey man, can you help my sister get sober? Can you help my husband get sober? Can you help this? How did you get sober? Because, they read the book like this. And again, I'm not going to give away the book, but the people in here, how did that happen? What did you do? And again, I've been working with people that get out of prison and get out of jail and get sober, take them to meetings and all that stuff. And it keeps me sober. I don't do as much for them.
Yeah.
That keeps me sober, reminding me where I was and where I could be just like that. So having people reach out to me, not to congratulate me, just to say, hey man, wow, can you help this person? What is your advice for this? That's incredible. People doing that constantly. People at my work.
I love that.
I didn't know if some people at my work were suffering, whatever they were suffering from. But when they saw the book, like, hey, you know about this stuff? What can I do? Wow.
Yeah.
This is a normal person, I guess a functional or whatever you want to call it. Well, this is what you need to do. That's all I can do is suggest to you what you can do. This is what's worked for me. But I think, my opinion is that people are so turned off when it comes to God. It's because I had somebody who abused their authority with God as an excuse to do. A lot of people are turned off especially when they come to a program of recovery. Oh, I got to believe in God. Oh, our grandmother used to beat me and say it's because God told me to beat you to make you a better person. Who wants to listen about God when they're beat? The Bible says, spare the rod of the child, whatever it is, it'll be fine. But you do it with a spirit of anger, hatred, or meanness. Nobody wants to hear about God when that happened to them, right? What I do is I don't preach to nobody and tell them this is going to happen to you if you don't do this. I say, this is what God's done for me. And this is what he can do for you. This is how my life's become better. This is what I changed to become. That's to me is my job is to witness, not to preach. I'm not preaching to nobody. It's not my job to preach to nobody and tell you how to live. I'm going to tell you what I used to live like, how horrible it was, how bad of a person I was, how destructive I was, and how God delivered me from that, and how he can do it for you too. And if they can relate to that's what's going to fix them, not me preaching to them. That's my opinion. That's what I do. And it seems to work. And hey, that's great. If it doesn't, all I can do is suggest to somebody with.
Yeah. Well, I'm really grateful that this book is out there now for the public and that you can have this snowball effect. And so the people that you were helping before, now it just multiplied, right? Because more people read the book, more people are reaching out, and you can help more people. So I love that. Well, tell us, what's one advice you'd give to someone who's writing a book right now?
Oh, man.
What's something you'd give them?
I've had a lot of people ask me that too. Hey, I always wanted to write a book. I've got a bachelor's in English, but I can't. Just write.
Yeah.
If you can type really well, type. I can't type really well. Pick up a damn pen and write. Just write. Let's flow. Don't worry about how it sounds. Just start freaking writing. Stop being scared. Stop doubting yourself. Just write. Let it flow. Write whatever you want to write about. Something's going to come along to you. And then you go back and you edit on as well, or doesn't flow as well. Just write. Again, I wrote this book over 69,000 words in 45 days. Sounds unbelievable. I just kept writing. Every morning I woke up at 4 a.m., got my coffee, picked up a pen. I have 4 composition books full. That's how I write. About 7 to 10 pages a day. And I never stopped the pen. It's God. It just flowed. And I would just, all of a sudden it would stop and I would stop. And I'd eat my breakfast and go to work. I did that every day until all of a sudden I go, I think I'm done. And then I got a laptop, put in the laptop, got Grammarly, went through it, commas, because sometimes it was sentence run-ons or sentence fragments, try to kill it. When I felt it was ready, I sent it out. And the rest is history. Awesome. So just write. Stop trying to make it be perfect. Don't let it be perfect. It ain't got to be perfect. You're not, I'm not perfect. Just write. Stop making excuses and write. Just like when you're trying to get healthy, stop. Oh, my knee hurts. Or I've got a rotator cuff's kind of, or you know what? Stop making excuses. Work out. Stop making excuses. Just do it. Like Nike, just do it.
Do it.
Ain't got to be about
I like that.
Fixing it later. Just start writing. And once you find yourself getting into the flow of writing, it won't stop. I'm already halfway done with another book. I've got 3 other outlines already done. And this job's taking so much of my time.
Sweet.
I want to go full-time writing. That's why I'm so excited. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this. If I can I love my job. If I can be a full-time writer, it's going to be unbelievable. I'm just going to write it.
Great. Well, thanks so much for being on the show today. Everyone go and grab the book on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. We hope you like and subscribe this podcast and share it with someone who you know it would benefit, that can help them to overcome addiction or to read an awesome psychological thriller just because they love reading those kind of books. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Christopher.
If you want to write a book and become a best-selling author, you're in the right place. At Elite Online Publishing, we can help you create, publish, and market your book so that it becomes a #1 bestseller. We work with a limited number of authors to ensure that they receive the best possible service. So if you want to learn how to write and publish a book that will empower you to smartly grow your brand, business, and credibility, apply today. We look forward to working with you.